The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the hosts are for entertainment purposes only and do not necessarily reflect those of RJV Media Lab, Inc., its affiliates, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Them boys, they cutting up. Are you not entertained? Let me put you up on game. Cutting up with the gang. Cutting up, can't restrain. Are you not entertained? Let me put you up on game. Cutting up with the gang. Cutting up, can't restrain. Cutting up. Them boys, they cutting up.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and girls.
I say, ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and girls.
How y'all doing?
How y'all during the evening?
I say, how y'all doing?
How y'all doing, Bob? I'm good, man. How about yourself?
How about, what it do, D?
Man, everything really good, man. What it do, my brothers?
Got my boy D in the house.
What's happening, man?
Got my boy C Mud up in here.
What's happening with y'all?
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
And I'm your boy Elroy.
For show in the front.
Ready to blast off.
To the sky. It's up in the
We're gonna start this thing off and we're gonna do a little different this time.
All right, what
we got?
We're gonna still do sports, of course, but we're gonna start off in a different direction. Start off with this MLB World Series. I'm a Yankees fan, and
I guess he want to take this whooping early.
Yeah,
and sometimes you do have to take the worst medicine first.
Yeah, go and get it out the way.
Go and get it out the way. Be like, man, what's your analysis, bro? What you feeling over there? I've been waiting to hear you.
I don't know what to say. It's just one of them situations where I think a team just wanted more and they protecting their house. And if we let them win a game in New York, it's over, in my opinion. I think we got to go back to L.A. tied up. It's possible. We got to get down gritty. Got to hope that's a little chilly. But I don't know what it was, but, I thought we were going to have the first game the way things were going. But I don't know, man. It just seems like right now they want it more. You know what I'm saying? It just... I don't know, because it's like as soon as we took our starting pitcher out in game one, that's when they came to life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we've been struggling hitting the ball. And I thought that by us making it to the mountaintop, and having a legitimate chance of fighting for it, we would have showed up and played a little bit better and at least got one of them games in L.A. That's all. But, it is what it is. I mean, hey.
I totally agree with everything you're saying. But the only thing that I kind of noted to a little earlier when we did speak about it when it was starting is that I always felt like y'all pitching was just a little, because you spend so much on the other side of the ball.
Yeah.
On that 3, 4, and 5. You know what I mean? And those hitters aren't average hitting. They don't hit for average. They hit for power. You know what I mean? So
not all of them, but yeah, I feel
your
what you're
biggest
saying.
Dog does. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Which is Judge. Your biggest
Definitely.
dog does. And what's starting
But I
to happen?
wasn't banking on him. That's what I told you last time.
But I wasn't banking him to give you
I'm
something,
banking on
though, bro.
Soto, and I'm
betting 100, 125? You know what I'm saying? And then the killer part about it ain't even Ohtani. Because I watched majority of it. And the last 2 times I watched Ohtani, y'all got him out in one pitch, first pitch. Right. Remember the first pitch, right before Freeman hit that one, he fouled, hit the foul, and dude got it in the, caught in foul ground. Then the other night, when I saw him hit that night, one hit, pop out. You know what I mean? So I just think that because what Yodamoto, shit, but man, you could have had Babe Ruth up there. Y'all would have had a problem with him that night, bro. Because that thing he was dealing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was dealing, bro. I watched that one. So whatever Shogi Moko, whatever, I know I'm butchering it, but my boy was dealing. So it was that one right there. I just got to give him his props on that one. He was dealing that night, bro. But other than that, bro, I just think Judge just always flopping. He's going to be the one. I ain't just want to play with on him, but being the big dog, got all of it, he just kind of be the one that comes short. Especially when he hitting in the 100s, bro. In the 100, bro, come on. You paying that man too much money to hit that bad, and when it matters the most.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about
agree.
it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about all that other time that went about. I'm talking about, bro, when it matter the most, man. Come on, you got.
This is when you really get your
money's worth. You know what I mean? That's why I big respect to Big Poppy, Big Clutch, boy. You know,
you fuck up a wet dream, man. You fuck up.
You know, I gotta slide them boys in there, man. But I think y'all got a chance though.
Yeah.
Get them back there. Hope it's a little chilly. Hope it's a little cool outside. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think, you know, get some home cooking in, best feel a little comfortable in, you know, in the confines of Yankee Stadium. And
right.
I say y'all get game 3. You know what I'm saying? Just purely off of, you know, not want to go down 3-0.
Right.
Because I think you're going to know that that's kind of like, that's a death sentence. You know what I mean? In this era of baseball, you don't really get a lot of that. You know what I mean? Because of the, you know, the amount of pitching, you know, and they'll, you know, divvy those pitches out, man. You have a pitch every inning just to get you through. So, you know. But we'll see, though, man. I think y'all get game 3, though.
Now, moving right along, let's jump into this NBA since it just tipped off. We'll start off over in the East. Now, y'all playing good. Ain't no need to even talking about y'all for real.
Yeah, y'all.
But the question is this. The question is this. Who impresses you
the most? Honestly,
thus
bro.
far in the East outside of y'all?
Okay, I thought you were going to be overall. But
outside of y'all in the East, who do you think will give y'all the most competition? I know it's early.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go with your last statement that says it's too early for me to say.
Right.
Because
you still give a team their props on how they doing at this given point in time.
The thing is, I want to, bro, but it's not a bunch of teams I can say that's rolling in the East like that. I see Cleveland doing good because they actually, I don't know how they got them in front of us right now. I think it's a point differential thing. So I say that would be because they kind of moved because I think we're the only two that's still undefeated in the East. So I would say the thing would be Cleveland because I think some of the other teams that made the move was kind of underwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Like Philly looking underwhelming, but you know you can't tell why Paul George ain't there. You know what I mean? Then Embiid ain't playing. You know what I mean? So that's why I said it's too early. Then with the Knicks, you know, even though we slop-whopped them on opening night, I still say it's too early. First game with a new team, y'all got to jail. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I still say that was an early game.
Keep in mind what I said before.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we slop-whopped them 4 times last year.
Keep in mind what I said before the season started.
What did?
That was a bad trade.
I said the same thing. I say y'all was looking at one side of the ball, which was offense, and you throw out a defense away, and you're not going to outscore us because you don't shoot it. But
technically, they gave away offense and defense, something that they needed, period, for one player.
Yeah, they were just really dumping Julius Randle because I think they didn't have no need for him. You know what I mean?
But DiVincenzo, they should have kept.
Yeah,
bro.
it was a good defender. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they lacking, a shooter.
And he gave him the business from Minnesota the other night. He came back over there and gave him the business. But yeah, though. But outside of that, and I'll swing over to the other side, I was going to answer the question, but my biggest surprise will be the the LA Lakers. Playing good, bro. And I think it's the J.J. Redick effect. And the reason why I say that is this. I think he's the first coach that actually want to work with LeBron. You know how some coach want to say, it's me, I'm doing it, you going to do like my way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because of the relationship they have.
Way don't work, then
right.
LeBron end up having to take over.
Exactly. Like splitting the locker room because it's the coach against you and all that type of thing. I think this is the first coach that wants to work with him. They're going to work together and they can get it going. This is the first time I ever heard LeBron talking about we're playing the whole season. You know what I mean? So, you know, and they let you know, like, you know, it's fun for him. He like being there. You know what I mean? And he like the way y'all going. And I think y'all look better, man. I do.
Think
because y'all running through AD.
I think the most important thing for the Lakers, and I'm not gonna when I say this, but the most important thing for them and for everybody else, but more so for them because they don't have the depth.
Yeah. In
my opinion, as others, is to stay as healthy as possible.
Yeah.
You're gonna get dinged up because it's a long
it's 82 games, bro. You can't. Yeah. Nobody's gonna be 100% when they get to the playoffs, bro.
But at the end of the day, the goal is to stay healthy
as possible. You know what I'm saying?
But for me, I'm not really like what's the word?
Soul.
I'm soul. My thing is like I'm not surprised. That's a great word. I expected this because they already had a decent enough team, in my opinion, for them to go as far as they did, making it to the Western Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think y'all were good. I think one piece I didn't like y'all lost was Prince. I really didn't like that loss. You know, then I got to deal with him because he over there in Milwaukee now. Because he can shoot and he's a good wing defender and he's long. So that's the only piece I hate y'all lost. But, you know, Connect being a great piece, I think he's going to be able to stretch the floor with you a good bit, you know what I mean? And bright spot been Gabe Benson. Gabe Benson been shooting real well, you know what I mean? Because he really ain't played a lot. And when he played, he wasn't contributing much. So I think his bright spot was that.
Style offense.
Right,
Yep.
you know what I mean? So I think y'all had to move a couple pieces around. And with the J.J. Redick effect, I think he's been analyzing how to use all those pieces since last year.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't think he walked in the door like, okay, what we going to do? He knew what we were going to do in the beginning, podcast and everything else, because that's basically what they did was playing out what's going to happen this year. And I think that's why y'all look so prepared and have a offense directed, and you kind of not just saying, I go 80. Okay, there you go, Bron. I go AR-15. You know what I mean? Now it's like, all right, let's get you the wing. All right, come on, come give me this pick right quick. All right, we're trying to get you to get Gabe Benson in the corner. So I feel like y'all got an offense going towards something. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just see what the consistency. You know what I'm saying?
Next question: is it gonna work in Dallas?
You talking about with the Mavericks? I don't see why not though. Because the reason why is that, you know, somebody got to go to the bench.
Okay, but my thing is this: you did exactly what I thought you were gonna do. You did exactly what they were talking about on First Take. Big shout out to the First Take crew.
What you mean?
Like it's like it's gonna come a time, and it's gonna come a point in time where you're gonna have to play defense, and you're not gonna be able to outscore people.
Yeah, they found that out last in the finals.
But they haven't done anything to try to help out. Like, you know, that's
they just
why
trying to score more.
They just want to score.
That's why they go get Clay. They just want to score more.
Clay looks good thus far. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But that ain't old Clay.
That ain't old Clay, but he still contributes.
Yeah, I think he contribute, but my heart
hitting 6 to 10 threes.
He can do that. I think he can still do that.
That's all they need for real out of him with what Luka and Kyrie bring. But my thing is, like, how can you actually like run an offense that's suitable for all three of them? They ain't running no triangle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you can't run no triangle with that because there's two options.
It's still the
triangle
same
based out of two options.
Isolation basketball. When Luka get tired, Kyrie take over.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Now they trying to run a couple of picks and screens for.
They gonna have double screens for Clay to get him over.
Yeah, so you know they doing all that. They'll just if Luka tired and Kyrie having an off night or vice
Luka
versa,
go stand up on the 3-point line and put his hands on the knees.
That's all.
You already know it.
It's like, but still though, Kyrie is alright, but he ain't no defensive specialist.
Nah, he's giving you effort.
On top of that, it's like Clay ain't finna do half of what he used to do.
Yeah, them knees ain't finna get it to him.
Luka might steal the ball every now and then, but it ain't enough to even think he plays defense.
We all know he don't play defense, man. He play like he had the Y, man. Come on now.
I'm just saying though, like,
you know what I'm saying. So all I'm saying is this, bro. At the end of the day, we both know that's gonna be a team that we just talk about as being what could be. Okay. Or, man, there were some great scorers, but they don't play defense. It's going to always be like that.
You think the Lakers can finish in the top 5?
Yeah. If you keep back to what you're saying, same thing with me. I think both our teams are built basically the same way, but mine just a little younger, and it's based on health. Remember I told you in the beginning of last season.
You have more shooters, too.
Yeah, we shoot a lot more threes. We shoot more threes and hit more threes than anybody. That's our biggest key. So if we hit them, we win, and we lose them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was too much.
No, that's just true. You know what I mean?
No, that was too much.
Well, I just got to be honest.
No.
You know, people hate the truth, you know, especially when you're right. But the only thing about it is that I think if you can sustain health, and I think you do have a strategic coach, with being with the type of coach that you got, I definitely think that you can gain consistency because I think he demands enough out of certain players, and he going to demand the same thing from LeBron. And I think he'll pull punches when it come to him. Then y'all going to get Bronny out of there. He head into the G League when you go on the road. So that'll give you another, to kind of get that distraction. out of the eye, so you don't have to talk about that right now. You know what I'm saying? Kind of focus on basketball and kind of get the,
He
you
ain't
know.
going no G League.
Yeah, I promise you, bro. I promise you, bro.
Yeah,
Watch what I'm
that's
telling
It's
you.
inevitable.
Yes.
That's been the,
No, it's
rumor.
already out there.
Yeah.
When
that's
you
been
go on the road
headlines.
trip, when he's
Okay.
gonna be on the
After the
but
next
once you
5 games,
yeah, he
gonna
gone.
start- He's gonna
Go to the G League. Yeah, it's all right.
in the
though.
main and the G League.
Gotcha.
And that's just right now. And I'm honest, this is a good thing. Cause what the hell is him sitting on the goddamn bench? Shit, he just sitting there.
Yeah.
He played for 3 minutes. He'll connect getting all the minutes.
All
And he a
right.
good player.
I see Murder.
What's happening?
Got some hitters for us?
We're not ready for that yet.
Not yet.
Let's go into football.
They're going to football.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. Biggest upset. What you got, my boy?
Let's start off with NFL first.
Yes. Let's go ahead.
Okay.
Let's start off with NFL first.
How your Eagles do
for
today?
a reason.
How your Eagles do today?
For a reason. Eagles
They lost the wing.
fly. Eagles fly.
They
I
lost the wing.
told
What you
y'all.
mean they lost the win?
He just bullshit.
Yeah.
Look, let me.
They look good today.
Look.
I think they
At the
slow.
end-
They have been like he agreed with me. They've been slow
They've been doing
starters.
it all year.
They've been slow starters.
They the worst team in the NFL in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But come second quarter, they the bit from the second quarter to the fourth. They have been the best team.
Because
in
Joe
the
Burrow
NFL.
started like the first quarter, bro.
Yeah.
He was like 12
Yeah.
for 12. He was
But,
on fire. He's my fantasy quarterback. He was putting up them points. Big fantasy quarterback. And I'm winning right now.
I told y'all the best way to go through a jungle is to fly over it.
Okay.
Plain and simple. Fly high. But no, the reason why I really felt comfortable. The reason why I really felt comfortable with the win, all jokes aside,
Okay.
is because of T. Higgins not playing. I really felt that without T. Higgins, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But I think the
Chase-
tight end, though,
he
Gesicki, he
he
snapped.
He killed us in the first quarter.
Man, Cook kept went on the
You
one
know what I'm
hand on the
saying?
sideline.
Nah,
Cook up
he-
with the ball went straight in the hand.
No,
like
he had
this.
a couple
Gesicki
of
With
great
your
catches.
ugly gritty.
But
gritty ugly.
the turning point in the game,
That 4 down.
and this might it really and truly might sound bad, and I don't have a problem with him as a player or a person. I'm just stating the facts.
Mm-hmm.
But when Darius Slay pulled his hamstring,
Man, you don't do that man like that.
I'm just telling the guy him true. When they
Man,
put
don't do
Darius
Slay.
Slay,
Don't put Big Slay
I'm not-
Slay like that right
No,
there.
no,
man.
no, 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 no.
That Big
I'm
Play
not-
Slay man. That Big
No,
Play
no,
Slay.
no, no. I'm not
That Big Play Slay
saying.
man.
I'm not saying
Ooh.
that he was
Man, Big got a
playing
Big Play
bad.
Slay man. I'm praying for you, man. Big Play Slay.
You through, G?
No.
Well, keep going.
Don't worry, I will.
But I'm serious though.
Okay.
He wasn't playing bad.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying the turning point, in my opinion, was when he pulled his hamstring and they put my boy from the Colts in there, number 34. You know
Which is
what
a
I'm saying?
slot corner, man.
Rogers.
He's a slot corner.
But he made a lot of big plays.
Yeah, he made big plays. You know what
He
I mean?
made a lot of
Yeah.
big plays, and that meant when Slay went out, you understand, they put Dijon,
Yeah.
my boy from Iowa, him,
I thought he was in the whole
Mitchell.
game.
No, he wasn't in the whole game. He came in
Like
seriously.
second quarter?
He didn't start. Yeah, he came in about started the second.
Yeah, I
Like you
said,
said.
I know. I thought of
But-
something early.
That was the turning point because he was the one that came up and, like Darius said, made the fourth down stop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mean, it's a lot of points in that game that really and truly, like the defense played much better when they jumped out on the 7-0, and the offense couldn't get number 3. You know what I'm saying? Like it was 7-3 for a while. The defense held it down. But, you know, in all fairness, this goes back to what we talked about before the season started. I think the biggest difference right now is the balanced attack that we have offensively with what Kellen Moore is dialing up.
Yeah,
You know
big
what
up
I'm
to
saying?
Saquon Barkley, bro,
Like
playing out his mind.
the balanced attack of Saquon running the ball, and like if you pay attention to us, I get excited when we running the ball downhill and they're made up, okay, it's Saquon time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, no doubt.
they put Jalen under center and they put a ex-linebacker, ex/D.
The 2 tight end.
Let him block and boom, it's Saquon time. They even put him in the pistol a couple of times today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, running the ball, play action, And I watched Seth Joyner's podcast, ex-Eagle linebacker, and he was just basically saying what he was the most excited about, which was true. We won this game because of Jalen dinking and dunking. He had 2 deep passes, but, early in the game he had 2 deep passes, but it opened up in the second half because of the dinking and the dunking and running Saquon and my boy Kenneth Gainwell. So, like I said, it was a complete team effort. You know what I mean? Like I'm happy. Y'all
definitely get on.
We will win.
I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I thought it was, in the beginning of the game. I did.
It was ugly.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like I said, 4 quarters is a tell it 2 halves.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Hold out, because I get Saquon.
I
his
do
deal,
know
though.
that we start off like garbage.
But yeah, Saquon played you through, man, because he in that big run Jalen had and I think his legs played. He had a couple vital runs. He didn't have a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't think he had like 30 yards on the ground. But
I think he was close to 100, man. Cause he had one big one for about 25 yards, something like that.
10 rushes for 37.
That's all he ended up with?
Yep.
Okay, so we
Because Saquon was the one. Saquon had 22 for 108.
That's what I thought you were talking about, Saquon.
No. Yeah, I was talking about Saquon. But when I said it's the vital run, I was talking about with Jalen because he scored the touchdown. Right?
Oh, you talking about Jay?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you.
Yeah, we just got
looking
looking confused right now. Yeah, but
my bad.
Oh, you good?
No, that's why I said Saquon. I thought he was.
Yeah, he had 108.
Yeah,
he had 100.
yeah.
He had 100. That's why I said he had a big role in it. So yeah, AJ a little better this game. You know what I'm saying? And
Jalen is running when he needs to run. When he feels the pressure, and if it's third down and ain't nobody open, he'll take out. That's the difference for me. You know.
I don't believe it's the dinking and dunking. No. I believe you won because you were able to stretch the field. You were losing because you were dinking and dunking. You ain't had that damn Devontae Smith play.
Well, honestly,
you ain't had none of them lately.
Honestly, you said Devontae?
You don't remember the one?
Oh, yeah.
You the one he caught over the top right in the back of his zone?
Yeah.
Right, that's what I said. You hadn't had those.
Yeah.
Those the plays I think that
we
was
were having it, but we weren't having it with him.
You know what I'm saying?
We were having it with Batman. You know
so yeah, I think that was gonna help out them. But yeah, we got them.
And we got Jacksonville. So next,
you'll see.
We ought to beat them. Then I think we had the Cowgirls or Washington.
And they just took the lead too. Cowboys up 7-3.
Really?
Yeah. It was a pass interference in the end zone. So yeah. But biggest game I watched, I bet the biggest thing today was the Washington game. I don't know if you saw the end of that. Great Hail Mary
That was
play.
the best game.
That was the best game of the day. I honestly thought they was going Chicago had that, but when they got to the end, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, when he got to 2 seconds, I didn't even think he was going to, because, he had already had the rim injury. Because I thought they were going to put Mariota in there for the Hail Mary, so I didn't even think he was going to get the ball down there. You know what I'm saying? Because when he threw that, boy, and the way it happened, bro, it's like all 4 of them jumped up. And the 2 Chicago dudes, both of them thought, because they had tipped the ball, they thought the game was over.
Now, it's something I want to say. We talking about NFL.
Yeah, that was crazy. I just saw the catch.
That was crazy, bro.
I really want to talk to y'all about this. Like, first and foremost, the shock of the day.
Jameis.
The shock of the day and the disappointment of the day for me was the same game, which is the Cleveland Browns.
Jameis Winston, big Birmingham Bessemer, baby. With the upset.
Big ups to Jay.
Big Jameis Winston.
Boom.
Yeah.
Quit
Big
playing
ups,
with him.
Big ups.
Crab legs.
That's it. That's your team
That's
now.
crazy.
EWs.
That's crazy.
That's your team to mess up. I mean, if you mess up this time, you might not be playing no more other than
I ain't gonna lie though, bro.
riding the bench as a clip.
Even if he made a couple mistakes, I don't think he could be killed out now. From that performance.
No. What I'm saying by that is this. Like, if he plays like that from now on, and I think that they have a coaching system that's not going to allow him to make that many mistakes, because of course you're going to run the ball with Chubb.
Yeah.
Run the ball, play
But they gave
action.
away his best weapon though. That's the only thing about it. Now they got to worry about the draft. Now they just
But
rebuild
technically, they still deep though, because Jerry Judy and that tight end, Njoku, and then they got the other guys at wide receiver.
Who?
So
I don't even know. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you over there, bro.
Seriously, like number 17, I can't think of his name, but he had a couple of good catches today. You know what
And
I'm
I saw
saying?
19 on a pyramid. I guess that was 19 who caught the ball. That's who caught the
they
touchdown.
have a couple of guys, man.
I guess he made a couple mistakes because the game could have been over when Hamilton dropped the interception. He just dropped it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did you see that?
Yeah.
The game, the playbook.
Talking about Hamilton.
Yeah, when he dropped it, the play.
They said they dropped 3.
Now, I didn't see the other 3 because I was watching it. Because I was watching the game.
It was 2 others with him. With him, it was 3 altogether.
Because he dropped that one. He literally dropped it. Then the next play, he threw a touchdown to win.
That would have actually
ended the game.
Yeah.
So big up to James, man.
But my thing is this. I know Cleveland has a good team on paper. And I think
I'll
all
put him
they've
on a
been
B tier.
lacking, all they've been lacking is a quarterback for real. Quarterback play, let's just say that.
You said Cleveland?
Yeah.
I'm gonna still say that B tier.
But I'm saying though, are they still good enough to beat Baltimore?
Yeah, they beat him with it. They did. I believe. I think right now if they played him now, they could. If he played like he played today, he made a couple mistakes. But as long as he does, because he showed he can still do it
today though.
Yeah, but that's why I said. That's why I said. As long as he don't make a lot of mistakes, that's been his problem. You know what I mean? Notice he didn't always show he can throw 5 things. This is the only quarterback I've ever known in NFL history who threw for the most motherfucking yards, but turned around and threw for the most interceptions in the same season. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I definitely.
So, because remember, this is the quarterback who got Mike Evans started on that streak of 1,000 yards. Was him? You know what I mean? So I'll say he's a good quarterback. He just got to stop making so many damn mistakes, throwing so many picks.
But then I wasn't asking you, was he a good quarterback? What I was asking you was, at the end of the day, are they still good enough to beat Cleveland?
Yeah, go back to what you just Baltimore. Said. Remember what you just said. They gonna run Chubb. They got a decent enough weapons to dink and dunk and get a 5 to 7 yards to 18 yards, because they ain't gonna try to stretch it too far unless he was wide open like how Perriman was. As long as you keep him in the confines of that, you should be fine.
Disrespectful to Cleveland. I know it's a rivalry game. You know what I'm saying? They really don't like each other.
Big division rival
stuff. Yeah, but man, I mean, that was J. Boo first time on the field, getting game action in the wild. You know what I mean? And he come in and it's like,
well, you saw Atlanta when I didn't put the smoke on the Tampa Bay.
Same thing. But Atlanta is a good team, though.
But Tampa Bay been stomping there. But Tampa Bay put the boost to Detroit, and Detroit put smoke to what they had 50 points at halftime.
But Tampa Bay, I mean, Atlanta still was the second best team in that division. Arguably, they might be the best due to the fact that they both beat us. You understand what I'm saying?
I still like Tampa Bay when the time get right. Now, I don't think about it. And then without Tampa Bay, think about it.
Both of them going to the playoff.
They might.
If they stay healthy, but both of them on their way.
Tampa Bay ain't, because they top 2 receivers out. Oh, really? Godwin out, and Mike Evans gone.
Oh, I didn't know that. So when they got hurt today?
Last week. Both of them got hurt last week. Both of them got hurt last week.
That's why Atlanta jumped on them.
Yeah, both of them got hurt last week. So that's why I said they down. They playing. They got, man, they throwing the Sterling Shepard and, you know what I'm saying, and the catch that, you know. Gotcha. So that's the only thing with that, though. Gotcha. We midway. We'll see what's going on.
Gotcha.
So yeah, man. But this is what I want to do before we get. I know we're gonna get off of that and get to this college. But this is what I'm gonna ask you about. Did you see the Texas Tech kicker? Did you see murder? Mm-mm. Texas Tech kicker kicks a big field goal in the game. Guess what this motherfucker's celebration was? What? He jumped up, ran down to the camera, pulled his T-shirt up, and said, "Trump supporter, MAGA."
Okay. They paying athletes now?
In Texas.
Oh. Well, that kind of makes sense, but they paying them for that?
Bro, I don't know if he would.
They paid them.
Bro, I don't know what. Bro, on God, bro.
Sponsor.
No lie.
Sponsorship.
That's what it sound like to me.
No lie, bro. No lie. Pull it up.
Orchestrated.
I bet he got about a $500,000 just to pull.
Nah, he probably was told he was gonna get $500,000. He probably ain't got shit. Cause y'all know he didn't left. You know, Trump already left. I don't know. It's a laundry list of cities that he had rallies in. That he run up these bills and they got to send him the check. Hell no. But it was a dude. It was either a dude or a lady that had that died. Did y'all hear about that? It was somebody. It was I don't know. I think it may have been a soldier. I could be like, I'll clean the story up later. But it was somebody who died, and he told them that I would pay for the funeral. So they went out and had a big funeral for him. Sent him the check. I think they said the check was $60,000. But they said his exact words were when they had the check. Said, "Man, it don't cost no $60,000 to bear no Mexican," and threw the check back and threw it back at him, and they sent him nut. Oh God.
That's wild.
So he's left a laundry list of,
I'm not surprised.
So yeah, but yeah, man, I didn't know if y'all saw that because I had somebody. I didn't know nobody. I literally had somebody walk up to me and tell me that. I said, I got it. I don't think nobody seen that.
Not surprised.
And think about how big college football is, and I know this happened on some type of nationally televised camera, but I ain't see it on Sports Center not one time.
Nah, I ain't seen it on
Not one time.
online either.
You're not.
Not one time.
You're not.
Yeah, they probably not. Yeah.
Even if you know what I mean, that's kind of like a streaker. That's what you're gonna hide. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to show the streaker at first. Now they put the camera off in the crowd now, not to give them their time and glory. But yeah, that was just kind of weird that they came to me on a day and I saw it happen on That would have happened on Saturday, and somebody to tell me that today, and I watched all the Sports Center and I ain't seen it one time.
You're not gonna see that. You're not gonna see that on CNN. You're not gonna see that nowhere.
So that was I guess that's one of the biggest things I saw this weekend. So,
but anyway,
so let me ask you this:
since we own it.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna stay on college football.
Yeah.
Well, first off, I'm gonna check with you. You ain't got no hitters for us. See,
Y'all want to do one in NFL?
Yeah, that's good.
I don't care. Yeah, what?
Okay,
That's why I'm
all right,
checking with you.
we'll shift into college a little bit later.
Okay.
Do y'all think that this era of football, NFL, is softer in comparison to any others, or y'all's era growing up?
It depends on how you look at football, because if I'm not sure if I'm saying the right player, but they said it was a player back in the day that played defense, and I think it was Deacon Jones. I'm not for sure.
Talking the clothesline?
No, not clothesline, but yeah, somebody did do that. But it was more or less like
the club to the head.
When they hiked the ball, the first thing he would do would just take his hand and just slap you upside your head,
Deacon Jones,
next to your ear hole.
Mm-hmm.
And of course your ear's ringing, and that knocks your equilibrium off. So when you're doing things like that, when you're holding a receiver while he's trying to run the route, when you hit the receiver before he really gets a chance to catch the ball, I think some of that stuff there should have been illegal in the game.
Yeah.
Not only for protection, but because those are intimidating factors that really shouldn't play a part in the game, because it's not football. You know what I'm saying?
Man, motherfucker with clothesline and folk, man, smoke cocaine on the sideline.
It's like some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different level of everything, man. I think all sports are different than what it was.
I mean, people say all the time, and I'm not trying to change the subject, but this is an example of what you just brought up about soft. We talk about this all the time in the barbershop. Physicality.
Yeah.
With basketball. You know, a lot of the old heads want to swear to God that the game is softer now.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to keep in mind that somebody getting an elbow to the gut while in the air trying to dunk, that's not a basketball play. You dig what I'm saying? And you want to stop a lot of that stuff, because that's that thing that you want to keep down, so you won't have any brawls in the paddless anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let me ask you a question.
You know what I mean? You alleviate some of that stuff. You know what I mean? That's why I be so baffled to see why is it that Draymond hadn't gotten banned from the league for a season, because of some of the antics he has done. Kicking niggas in between the balls, you know what I'm saying?
But you all know that, man. It's
for
the Steve
two
Kerr
playoff series in a row, stomping on a nigga's chest.
Steve
Kerr. Know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, those aren't basketball plays. And I'm sorry for just singling him out. I'm quite sure it's a lot of people.
No, he deserved to be singled out. Ain't nobody else did anything in the league like that but his dumb ass.
I mean, there's a lot of folk that have done some ridiculous stuff.
The only person that have done something like that was Andrew Bynum when he knocked Dellavedova out the L when he took his jersey off and walked out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember that when that happened.
I mean, it's
little stuff like that. But Draymond Green been in the main
game though.
He choking Gobert and everything.
So, you know what I mean? And
But
then,
I can't. That means you can't compare. That's why I try to tell people we can't compare the eras though.
But and then check this out though.
That's fair.
Another
Can't
thing,
compare the eras.
like, what more do you expect too in the game of football when you have certain things like CTE
Yeah.
that's going on?
More aware of it now.
And then people are actually protecting their assets more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, of course, if you got people that are getting paid 2, maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times the money as some of them OGs in the back.
Oh, they're making hundreds time what they
You
made.
see what I'm saying?
I totally
so
understand.
it's like they protecting their money. So it's like instead of telling them back in the day, if a joker would like, they would just hypothetically speaking, twisted his knee.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they give you that cortisone shot,
Oh, they still
wrap
do
it
that.
up, and tell you go and get out there. Rather nowadays, just say for instance, you got somebody like a Tyreek Hill. They gonna tell him to sit down for 1 game. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they protecting their asset. They know that, okay, we might lose this game, but we got you on down the line to try to make this
That's
playoff
only in
push.
that. But that's only But that's only in that instance though.
Well, I understand it. It
That's
depends on the situation. I was
That's
just
what
giving you an example, though. That's all, D. I'm just hypothetically speaking, giving an example of the differences of now and then.
I just think
That's
now. All I'm saying is this. First of all, one thing we gotta understand is it's a violent sport. Whether you whatever, you know, we all know that. So you know it's gonna be risks involved. And being injured is part of it. You know what I mean? And that's based on more or less you being trained to play the game without injuring you or injuring somebody else. But because of the physicality in the game and, you know, you get paid to get big catches, big hits, if not that's in the game, what we watching it for? Same reason why we don't watch WNBA basketball. Ain't no dunking. You know, it's nothing that keeps you in the game because of what you want to see, that pop, that eye factor. But that's why I would say you can't compare the eras because of this era had to deal with that, with the more physicality. And this era, you can't really touch nobody. Because that's why I was saying with the old era, even with the defense you could play was different. Mm-hmm. You couldn't even help. You couldn't even backside help in the 90s. That was illegal defense. So you're like, oh, Jordan was this right here. Yeah, because couldn't nobody come backside and knock the shit to goddamn South Calcutta. It was illegal. So he didn't never have to worry about nobody coming off his backside. So it's a whole different era in reference to how you play, the rules you play, and even the athletes that's out there on the court.
Thanks.
Got another one?
Now let's go into college football. I got one to wrap us up.
All right, college.
Yeah.
College football, all right?
One thing. Give me your Heisman. Fine. If you go right now, who's your Heisman? You know, you got 5 finalists.
It'd be 5.
It's 5 finalists.
Okay.
No, of course, there's no order. I got mine.
I can't give you 5.
Okay.
I can give you 2.
Only 2?
I can give you 2.
Really? Out of all these players, you can only give me 2?
Well, I can give you 3.
Okay.
I don't want to give you this third one, but I can give you 3. Yeah.
Okay. What's your 3?
Cam Ward, of course.
Okay.
Then I have to go with the running back at Boise State. I can't think of his
Ashton
name.
Genty.
Yes, sir. I think he actually has the best numbers. He's the more deserving of it. But
Facts.
because of Cam Ward being a quarterback and on an undefeated team and actually being
Genty undefeated too now.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay, well, no, I give it to him then. But,
Yeah, they undefeated.
you know, it's favoritism, though. Like, personally, they'll give it to a quarterback quicker than anything, kind of like the MVP, in my opinion, when it comes to the NFL. And we had that talk a couple of episodes ago. But I don't know, man. I put old boy in it, Travis Hunter in because of him playing both sides of the ball. And he's still putting up good numbers if you're just going on the numbers.
Decent numbers.
Yeah. I mean, technically, the numbers might be decent for a starter, both sides. You know what I'm saying? Not both sides, but if you were to play one side, they're all right. But by him playing both sides and actually starting both sides, shit, they good numbers in my opinion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like he started at wide receiver. He might not get all the catches. You know what I'm saying? Because of them giving him a little.
He still get the ball because I think he had 12.
He had 12. Getting a lot though.
Well, he still gets the ball because I think that's his best side.
You think he a better receiver than Cone?
Yeah.
Damn. But I can't think of nobody else. There's other people I can throw on there, but I don't think they're deserving of it. Now, I could easily throw my boy in there if he didn't have, you know what I'm saying, a loss or but one loss. What I'm trying to say, Miro. If they only had one loss,
numbers, they ain't close to nobody.
Yeah, but it's just the fact of the matter. His touchdowns were up there at one time. They done fell off now because of them taking away the run. But he was up there at one time.
Well, yeah, with these, I just looking at numbers, I guess that's the reason why I would pull him out. Now, my 5, I got 5. Now, my 5 will be, and some of them are the same as yours. No order. Shador Sanders, Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty, Cam Ward, and Dylan Gabriel. That's the quarterback from Ward. Reason why. Put the numbers up. Shador Sanders, 72% percentage passing, 161 QBR, 2,200 yards, 19 touchdowns, 6 picks. Boy been sacked 24 times. And you put him up to Cam Ward numbers. Cam Ward is 2,500, so we got a 300-yard difference. But Cam Ward, the only thing about Cam Ward, what makes his better, is he's completed less passes. He completed less passes and got 200 more yards. 24 touchdowns and just 5 picks. But, bro, you got to look at Ashton Genty. I'm going to put him at my number 1. Bro, this boy got, 1,300 yards.
Yeah, we had one game where he was over like 400 and some change.
18 touchdowns. He averaged just about 200 yards a game. And ain't fumbled the ball one time.
He's a dog. He definitely gonna go number 1 at running back in the draft.
And people shortchange him because he played at Boise State. But that shit pissed me off. And the reason why is this, because you motherfuckers did not shortchange Lamar Jackson when his ass was playing over there with fucking Louisville. And that conference at that time wasn't shit. And Lamar Jackson was the last person to ever, and I can't even remember, I think Tebow was the one before that, to win a Heisman and still be a finalist in Heisman the next season. We thought he was good enough to even be finalist 2 seasons in, I would say, a lesser conference. Now, true enough, Boise State ain't, playing that. But, bro, if you finna break a record that's been sitting for 25 years, we didn't see the Travis Hunter. Why? That Charles Wilson. We didn't see that happen.
No,
It ain't nothing new. Miles Jack. He didn't play as much, but he played running back and linebacker.
Due to the weekend and what was going on, I didn't really I know the basis of what all went on in sports, going back, looking at scores and highlights, whatnot. But my question to you, when is Lane Kiffin gonna ever grow up and realize that there's a time and a place for gambling, and when you gamble so much, people tend to pick up on your ways and habits. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go for it so much on 4th down, and you go for it so much when it comes to trick plays and all that. It comes a time where people don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? You cried wolf for so long, motherfucker just man, fuck you. You know what I mean?
You gotta look at it. Lane Kiffin, I feel like, is like the Cowboys.
And once again, I'm not trying to disrespect Oklahoma because Oklahoma has a really good defense.
But a terrible quarterback because he's young.
He's very young, and they don't have all their receivers back yet.
They ain't got no receivers.
So it's like,
they got 5
being
receivers.
who Lane Kiffin is and being who Ole Miss is, they should have whooped them by at least 14 to 21 points, in my opinion.
Who they played again?
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Well,
and I think that they won by 3 points.
Yeah, it was at the end.
But And it was at the end. It was a tight game all game long because of him and play call. You know what I'm saying?
You know, he like why? Coaches are one thing, man. They gonna be consistent, even if it's terrible. Just like with Hugh Freeze, you said we gonna start running the ball here. The first 9 damn plays, we threw stupid shit. We threw the ball.
But then when you finally start
running the ball, we fucking win the game.
Up.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, this is what's wrong with college football, in my opinion. People are trying to do these elaborate, pretty, high-scoring offenses together, but it looks good.
That's what's selling tickets right now.
It sells tickets.
That's what's selling tickets.
But at the end of the day, is it really winning?
In some places it is. In some places it is.
Like the people, no. When I say winning, I mean like competing for championships. And in my opinion, when we were having a little 14 playoff, 2 of the teams might have been spread teams.
Most of them are.
But the other 2 teams were pro-style teams. Michigan were pro-style, Georgia were pro-style.
Well,
You feel what I'm saying? And Michigan won it all because them pro-style teams, they're more physical. They can play ball control, or they can go downfield and score on you if they need be. Like them pro-style teams, they can do it all, man. They can spread you out. They can ground and pound. Like whatever they need to do. Oh, okay, my defense been on the field too long. Okay. Y'all take your time.
Only thing I'm gonna
untie your cleats and take them off for a minute, because we finna go on one of these long, sustainable drives, tie out their defense, get y'all back on the field. Y'all hurry up, get a 3 and out, because we gonna make sure you rest
That's
it up.
if you can do the 3 and out, because I watched the opposite happen this weekend. LSU, pro style, Texas A&M wide open. Guess what? Started out 17-3. Oh, they switched the quarterback and went to that zone read. Motherfuckers went up down the field, 5 straight touchdowns. LSU can do shit. Next thing you know, the game is out of whack in Texas A&M. Because both sides can do the same thing. Because if you playing pro style and you can't run the ball, you can't win.
But that one thing about it, though, like you said, though, but see, my thing it did, though, it depends on how you run the spread, too.
Bro, the dude threw the ball.
If you got a balanced attack, and you know what I'm saying?
He threw the ball 2 times. 2. 1, 2. And they scored 4 touchdowns and a field goal and won the game. He threw it twice. That ain't balance. if we want to talk about balance. And I watched that, bro. And it went from LSU up here, bro. When I put it like this.
But, bro, LSU ain't had no defense since in a while, though. They been just outscoring folk.
LSU, I will say, got the top 5 defensive player in the draft.
He might be a top 5 defensive player because he got good numbers. I said they haven't had a good defense.
They defense top rank right now.
You know their defense ain't no top rank.
But it was number 8. Yeah, I can't slop them out and say they was trash.
Okay.
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is this, bro. They lost 1 game up until that. So they had to be doing something because those were the only 2 undefeated SEC teams. Now we only have 1. So they had to be doing something to be undefeated in the SEC.
Who was undefeated?
LSU, who they lost to?
Oh, in the SEC.
Yeah. You only had 2. That's what I'm saying. So, and we know what's played in the SEC. 2 things. Good offense and good defense. That's why we won a lot of Nets championship. But some way they was able to navigate themselves through until yesterday undefeated. And they sure went out scoring everybody. We both know that. You see what I'm saying? So what they were doing, Nussmeier, even with them losing, he threw for 400. They can't run the ball.
Okay, I ain't agreeing with that.
You know what I'm saying? They can't run the ball.
My point is been proven, though. Pro Styles is what won the championship, bro. Even Texas is a pro style. They just can do both.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture. I think it's more of a hybrid because Georgia do the same thing. I think they're a hybrid because they run 5 wide. They run a lot of motions. I still feel like, of course, we're talking about Texas A&M. Of course, I wouldn't even call y'all a pro style because y'all don't even run the ball no more. So I wouldn't even put you in a pro style, like a pure pro style team. I think a lot of those over there with the Michigans and the Iowas. I still wouldn't call Georgia a pro style team.
Georgia been winning because of running the ball, bro.
That's why they're not winning now.
It ain't because of big. They winning because of running the ball and playing good defense.
Now you know them.
Play action.
Now you know when I know they were when they was winning those championships. They were winning off of Brock Bowers and McConkey. Who was the running back then? I wait. Tell me who the running back on the national championship team. My point exactly. So I'm not saying that they're not and haven't been a traditional running team through the Todd Gurley's, the Nick Chubb, the Sona Michelle's. You are correct, but they wasn't winning championships with those teams.
That first national championship that they won with Kirby Smart, they won it by running the ball. Now, you can feel like you done won something because I can't think of the running back name, but at the end of the day, Georgia is known for running the ball.
They have been running.
Who was the
known
MVP?
for running the ball? As long as I've been watching Georgia.
But who was the MVP of that game? And go check the stats. He threw for 360.
That ain't what we were talking about.
They didn't even run.
That ain't what we were talking about, D. We ain't talking about that. All we said was, all I said was Georgia is known for running the ball. That's it.
Okay, and all I'm saying was with the 2 seasons they won the championship, they were a more passer team because they're two. So why wasn't they?
Not the first year.
So let me ask you this. So let me ask you this. All I'm gonna say is this: if you are known for a running team, how can your best player be a tight end?
That was the last championship.
They won. He was on both of them,
but he wasn't the man on that first one.
Who was then, bro?
He wasn't the man. G.
He wasn't.
Bro. Well, he probably was their best tight end, of course. Yes, he was. But at the end of the day, G, he was not the man. They had a 2-headed monster at running back that year. I just can't think of their name. One of them, I think, went to the Raiders.
I'm not.
Like
remember what I said? I never said they don't have good backs. They always have good backs. But I was just saying that their offense teetered more closer to the spread style because they run so much shotgun. And
I agree with you on that last championship.
And that was on both teams because remember that was Stetson Bennett.
No.
You know what I mean? So you got if you go back and
he made some plays. He made some passing plays, but they ran the ball and played. They had the best defense in the world that year. So I disagree with that first one.
All right, y'all want to hear top 10 going into week 10?
Yep.
We kind of winding down. All right.
Gotcha.
Okay. Number 1 is Oregon. Number 2, Georgia. Number 3, Penn State. 4, Ohio. 5, Miami. 6, Texas. 7, Tennessee. 8, Notre Dame. 9, BYU. And 10, Texas A&M.
I got a problem with one thing on that list.
What's up?
Ohio State.
Well,
Them being number 4 or what?
Yeah, I think they need to be just a tad lower.
wow.
Okay.
Because when Georgia struggled but still won against Kentucky, they dropped them one spot.
That was because Texas had just beat
Michigan and Michigan.
Right. When you beat a ranked team, you're gonna jump above you not beating a ranked team.
Okay.
So that's gonna affect that.
I understand, but either way it go, Ohio State has struggled since they lost to Oregon. They have not played really well. They really and truly could have and should have lost to Nebraska going on the highlights and what I was told. Like I said, I didn't watch no football this weekend other than the game I went to. So, you know what I mean?
But there's a couple of them you can have that same argument. I can have the same argument with Georgia.
Georgia being number 2.
Listen to what I'm saying though, D. They dropped Georgia one spot because they didn't look good against Kentucky. And I'm really quite sure that they aren't the only one that they did drop. I think Miami dropped one spot because they played like trash against that team that they threw the Hail Mary against to beat at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they've been dropping folk, man, and Miami is undefeated. Miami is still winning. I think Miami should get a little more credit and be in front of Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
They lost one.
Miami should be in front of every team with a loss.
They should.
Okay, I don't get every because if you're gonna respect the ACC as a conference, you got to respect their them being undefeated in their conference.
Okay,
and they undefeated.
That's why I was
because we respect the ACC.
But that's my only point.
I mean, whatever Ohio State is, and those are your 3 top conferences.
But in all fairness, I might not agree with it because at the end of the day, it ain't their fault on who they have played. But you do have some teams that have played harder competition thus far, and that probably gave them the edge to have them a little ahead of Miami. See, you know what I'm saying? Like Georgia got one loss. I will still put them ahead of Miami because they have played better competition.
Right.
You know, that's just my only gripe. Texas has played better competition.
Yeah.
I understand that they have lost a game and Miami is undefeated, but
So can we agree that Penn State hasn't?
I agree with that now.
So
Penn State is the best team in the Big Ten, but guess what? Ohio State is in front of them.
But think about Ohio State ain't. Ohio State is behind them.
Oh, they are behind.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
so Penn State ain't paid a motherfucking soul, but y'all in front of all these other teams that I feel like play the same amount. I feel like the same competition Penn State played is the same competition Miami played on the same level.
I can't argue.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how you got Georgia number 2 in the nation when they ain't even number 1 in their damn conference? Explain that shit to me.
We all know
and that's why I told them it's gonna be different when the college football playoff selection Sunday comes around. I can guarantee, and I put 1,000% on it, that you're gonna have a lot of teams that's gonna be ranked this in the top 25, but you're gonna be ranked that in the college football playoff.
Right.
Because the first 4 teams selected is gonna be your top 4 conference champion. So let's just say Georgia stays at 2, and I'll take, because they don't play, Texas A&M don't play Georgia. I don't think so. I don't know. So if they don't play each other and you get out to the end, they'll, of course, possibly play the SEC championship. So that's what's going to determine it all, is who ends up there. Because right now, I look at it as Texas A&M being the best team, because I don't think with the way they played that last half against Georgia, I don't see too many people that can beat them. Because they very active on defense, and I promise you, if you
talking about Texas A&M?
Yeah,
they have a good team.
They got athletes over there, man. Texas known for that.
All right, we gonna do this last quick hit and wrap it up.
All
right. So, give me y'all's most overrated and underrated college football program. I need 2 of them. Overrated and underrated.
Underrated and overrated. I got my overrated right now.
Let's go.
Notre Dame.
You said overrated?
Notre Dame.
Overrated.
I got mine too. I'm gonna say mine Penn State.
Penn State overrated?
Yeah, because they always do. If y'all ever noticed this since Franklin been there since he left Vanderbilt, they always get started on this Super Bowl. Then they'll go to Ohio State and fucking lay an egg.
I ain't trying to start now. But only reason why I can't disagree with that is because Penn State ain't never been in that program that always in the conversation.
Mm. They have been lately, though.
Well, they have been lately because of Franklin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I agree but disagree. Okay. But the reason why I said Notre Dame is because they got their own everything. They probably had the biggest fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like they one of those teams, universities, programs that started before everybody got a jump on championships before everybody.
Right.
And you always hear about touchdown Jesus, this, that, this. But they are in the conference or whatever you want to call it, independent, because if Notre Dame were to get in a real conference, they would get their head smacked.
They got a conference agreement, but they don't play in a conference.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why they do. And it's like they got a conference agreement with ACC.
And it's like when they play competition, like real competition,
right?
They fold. You know what I mean? So I would have to say them. Okay. Now, going on what D said,
yeah.
The more I think about it, it's another school that I would love to put up there with Notre Dame.
Wait, overrated?
Remember Notre Dame?
Y'all
remember this why you say that Notre Dame was the team that beat Texas A&M, but I'm going to let you keep going.
Yeah.
What's y'all underrated?
Honestly, even though they are ranked where they are, and I'm gonna say underrated. And I'm gonna say that I'm still standing on. I just spoke on them. Texas A&M.
Okay.
And I wouldn't even say it if they wouldn't have switched the quarterback.
Hold on. See, I'm thinking longevity. Are you talking about this year, or are you just talking about longevity overall as a university?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
How have you been approaching it?
Nah, I'm approaching it. I'm talking about for this season.
For this season, let's go off of this season.
Yeah, I'm going off this season.
This season.
Yeah. Let's go off of this season.
I was going off of this
We're
season.
going off this season.
We'll circle back to this conversation.
The first
but like
one was longevity. Like,
so
okay,
who would you say
time,
your most? So who would you say your most
right
overrated?
now?
Yeah.
USC.
USC
I don't think they overrated.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't think nobody even race them high no more.
No, but the thing about it is this: they brag on the money that they have out there, and they went and got this supposedly all-world football offensive mind, and they still falling short.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, they beat LSU, but really after that, they ain't got. That's their best win.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like they can't win the big game. They always fall short. You know what I'm saying? Even when they were winning, it might be legal now, but back then they were cheating.
Who there?
USC.
Oh yeah, you know that
So it's
everybody had them handshakes out there, bro. It wasn't.
But yeah, everybody handing them out. But the thing about it is, you can only talk about the one that get caught, bro.
What's your underrated?
I'm still sticking with mine, Texas A&M.
Yeah, for the season.
Yeah, without.
For this season,
For the season.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
They still undefeated, ain't they?
I mean, we have to fact check on that.
Still undefeated.
All right, cool. All right.
They ought to be have a little bit.
But you
more
gotta know.
recognition.
But you
that's
gotta
the
know this.
ACC,
But you gotta go know. Undefeated. Who you just said?
Pittsburgh.
Ain't gonna never stand up unless to a 1 or a 2 loss SEC team that got 2 losses to 2 SEC teams.
But I'm not comparing.
You know
them.
what I'm
I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying that's why they.
OG.
I'm just saying that's why they so far, because look at how many SEC teams you got that's sitting in that top 25. You got
They still underrated. They undefeated though.
right, but you just talk about Miami. Think about it. You got think about who you got in the top. You got a 1-loss Georgia, a 1-loss Texas, a 1-loss Tennessee, a 1-loss LSU. You know what I'm saying? A 1-loss Texas A&M, a 2-loss Alabama, and a 2-loss Ole Miss that's in the top 25.
That's why they underrated, bro. They undefeated, and they playing good. They got a good defense.
And this is underrated, man.
That's underrated.
Yeah, I'm not telling them to change it. I guess I'm looking at it like the reason why they're re-rated so low is because going back on some of the things we spoke about on that. They're gonna rate their competition based on to the competition that's in front, and the loss like a loss to the Texas loss. Yeah. 1 loss they got. Who they lost to? The number 1 team. You know what I mean? So those losses those losses are great losses. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Because technically, you can say Penn State is underrated for real. Because I believe they're the best team in the Big Ten. It's between them and I go even further with this. Ain't Indiana still undefeated? They underrated.
They not finna beat Ohio State though.
I ain't saying about beating nobody. I'm just saying they underrated. Yeah, they underrated.
I don't think Indiana still undefeated. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they undefeated.
All right, y'all got anything to say to the city before we get out of here?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask y'all one question. And I just want to give him see if he got a cool say. How was your classic, man? I didn't. You know, I know.
Well, that's what I was fixing to say.
You know, how was your classic?
I know we. I
kind of saw it on TV.
I know we kind of like finna run out of time.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, to all the people that partook in the Magic City Classic, I hope that everybody had a beautiful time because it was a beautiful day.
The concert was stupid.
It was hot. I think that everything that went on throughout the city all week long was beautiful.
We had no incidents either.
No, we had one incident the Friday before game day. It was 2:00. That day you had 2 shootings, one on 7th Avenue and one was like on 5th Avenue or something like that. But it was.
And I heard it was one. They said, "Now I don't know." And this was, of course, a story. I can't, I go, and I wouldn't say it an incident, but I'll say it was something. They said they caught somebody trying to bring a gun in to the free concert.
Okay, well,
So I don't know.
That
how
might
much
have
true.
happened.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's true because I wasn't there, but
that
that
might
was something
have
that got back to
happened.
me.
But I'm just saying everything on Legion Field grounds,
Good crowd?
in all the everything that was blocked off, it was just like good, clean fun, no problems.
Same crowd? Would you say it was a bigger crowd? Usual crowd, which is large. You talking 200,000?
To be honest,
especially in the game, I want to know about that.
Outside, I think it was about the same. It might have, it looked about the same, but to be honest, I think it was less because of the incident that happened that Friday and because of them going up on the spots. But on the inside of the game, first and foremost, I want to say big ups to Alabama State. They won. You know what I'm saying?
Big up to the quarterback. My boy went to minor. Kareem, big ups, big bro.
Okay, but on the inside, A&M was in there wall to wall. It was way more A&M fans in there.
For real?
From goalpost to goalpost, from the bottom to the top, none but A&M folk. On the state side, I would say it was about halfway full.
Okay.
A lot of state folks started coming to the A&M side because the A&M side, to be honest, and like I say, no disrespect to Alabama State because they have been for years the face of the state when it comes to HBCUs.
I don't know. I think it's kind of always been a mix, though.
No, it ain't
You
been
think
mixed. No, Bama State is the face of HBCU football and everything, in my opinion. In Alabama.
Okay.
I think the table has started to turn because A&M is starting to catch up with everything.
I think the light that had been put on HBCU football
is starting to shine.
It's starting to show. Now that you're seeing more athletes that will go there and not worry about saying they got to go to the Alabamas and the Floridas and the Missouri and stuff like that. I think that helps too, though.
I don't now. They came in the game both 3-3.
Yeah,
Bama State won the game. I do think Bama State has the better program right now because
I didn't get to see much of the game.
Like I say, their coach is gonna make sure by him being the linebacker that he was and mentality that he has, they're gonna have a great defense and they're gonna have a great rushing attack. Your quarterback, he put the rest together. He's a good quarterback, doesn't make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
I think they had some. I don't know if they had hurt quarterbacks. I don't know how he got to the start. I know you're freshman.
Either,
because I hadn't seen how the season played out, so I have no notice.
By the way he played, he should be starting from the rest of the season.
I kind of saw it like right as the classic was coming up, and I noticed. I was like, man, he went to mine, and I started because my nephew go out there and stuff like that. So I always go to the minor game. I was at minor game last week, and now trying to figure out if he was the quarterback last year or not. You know what I mean? So I know the CJ played part of it. I can't remember if he came in too.
But anyway, we did win the halftime show. We had the biggest band. We had the biggest attendance on our side. I don't know what the overall attendance was, but it was clearly that we had the most fans there. My biggest gripe of the weekend was us losing in the fashion that we did. Bama State jumped out on us 17-0. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came back, we fought, made it a decent-looking game at the end of the score. But at the end of the day, the only thing we can hang our hat on was, you can tell that the school itself is moving in the right direction.
Oh, no doubt.
I just feel that we're not getting the most out of our players with our coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
That attendance, though?
What that?
Record attendance, bro. 69,125.
They said in the actual.
Big up Birmingham, Alabama, Huntsville.
They said that they were
Montgomery.
expecting 70,000.
So they got right under.
I tell you what.
It showed 60. It said 69,000 seats.
If it was 69,000 in there, 50,000
was on A&M side.
On my mom. Like, seriously, like, if you can try to find some photos, like,
I actually got a chance. I pulled it up from the crib.
Wall to wall on A&M
I saw it.
Like, seriously.
I think the side that they were showing Which side did y'all sit on? The side where the top used to be?
Yeah,
which side was A&M side?
No, A&M side is always the
press
side
box
with
side?
the press box.
Okay, so
Bama
they
State
showed
side is the side that used to have the upper
top
deck.
side. Okay, so that was the side they were showing when I watched, because when I cut it on, it was basically during the halftime of the other game, and it was during halftime of that. So yeah, it was a little packed. You know what I mean? I will say that.
Seriously,
there was people all the way up to the top.
It's always cut in half. Middle of the goal post is where the separation, where the line be, you know, black and gold from their side on. Bruh, it was so many folk on our side. It was goal post to goal post, top to bottom. But on their side, it was more or less from, let's say, end zone to the 30-yard line on the other side, and it was only the bottom part of the stadium. You feel me?
Because they playing to the side
bank.
closest to the concession stand.
Huh?
From you saying from the goal post from the front entrance?
No,
From the back?
from the back.
From where the bands come in at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was surprised on that.
Yeah. It wasn't nobody on the other side where the concession was, up there where the lines at, the front, the flagpole.
Yeah.
No, that's where the separation started to
That's
come.
crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, big ups, Bama State. You know, y'all won the Classic. Y'all got bragging rights 3 years in a row on us.
Huh?
And I'm a dog.
Yeah, that hurt.
Man, best friend is a dog.
Dog hurt right now.
But at the end of the day, good, clean fun.
Oh, yeah, man. No doubt, man. I'm glad everything
Just
went
like
well.
the mayor said, I mean, you know, I'm a fan of the dogs, but I respect and have love for all HBCUs, especially the ones in state. So I got to give it up to Bama State, man. They've been the better program the last 3 years. And me personally, I think we done got all we can get out of our coach. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that we move in a different direction so we can keep the ball rolling in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Because see, it's like
Probably so, because guess one thing we do know, you ain't gonna lose at the state 3 years in a row and go keep your job.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then,
wow.
I mean, the band has gotten to be,
That's not
it
happening.
looks a little bit bigger than state. I know that you know, when you win the Battle of the Band, you know you done won when the whole stadium cheers for whoever performs the best.
Oh, no doubt.
You know, so Bama State was the visiting team this year, so they band performed first, and it was just like a soft, you know, applause from their side. But once A&M finished, it was more or less like an applause with everybody. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't stay long enough because I got mad. I didn't stay long enough to see the fifth quarter, but I assume that we won the fifth quarter. I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But we were actually killing them in the stands as well as on the field. But, you know, once a team jump out on you, the morale goes down. So we were just chilling.
Yeah, you know, the
rest of the
stadium will
second
empty out
half.
real quick after that.
Well, it didn't empty out, but it wasn't as packed like it was the first three quarters.
Exactly.
But A&M did start coming back in the fourth. Because, see, you know,
Oh, just go in over in.
28 to 19.
Oh,
I think it was.
I think
27 to 19.
I think quarterback got to play the
19.
game too.
But, you know, it's different, though, because HBCU, you know, a lot of people stay in the game because of the fifth quarter. So,
Yeah.
hard to tell. A lot of people did leave.
There's a lot of
But
people stay in
a
the
lot of
game
people
because a lot of
stayed.
people be there. A lot of people, friends and family be at that game too.
And then another thing you got to keep in mind is a lot of people don't give a damn about the game, and they hold a ticket until the fifth quarter. A lot of people don't come in until like 5 minutes left in the game.
Oh yeah, because they only want to watch the band.
They only want to watch the real battle of the band. So,
That's it.
you know, big ups to Birmingham, man. We had a beautiful weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we had that one where those two incidents that happened at the same time, but you know how it is. People want to put that lie out there. It happened
But it wasn't close
at
to the field though,
Classic.
right?
No, man.
So-
but
so-
they always want to holler that it was at the Classic.
Nah,
No, it
I
was
wouldn't
not.
even bounce it out of the classic if it wasn't classic related. Now I see if it was somebody got popped on third at Shell. Or
It wasn't
Burger
even that
King.
close.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it was something like that. Then I was like, oh, that's that classic traffic shit. You know what I'm saying?
But still, though,
nah.
if it don't happen on Legion Field,
Man, they have it. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you now. I'm gonna have to stretch it for the classic. But the classic gotta stretch that sucker all the way up the motherfucking to the farthest I'm gonna take it is up to Shell. Because that's the normal place. You know what I mean? That's just kind of usually the congregation. So if it don't happen there, it probably won't happen nowhere else.
Yeah, but
you kind of see what I'm saying, though?
Classic done got so big, you got to stretch it from the shell all the way back to Uptown, though. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't stretch it. I wouldn't stretch it that far because I want to keep it in the confines of.
Well, I'm talking about everything that goes on for the Classic, though. So you got to include all the bars, everything. So
I feel
that's still part of the Classic crowd.
Yeah, no doubt.
But either way it go.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have so quickly to another end of another great episode of Cutting Up with Your Boys.
That's right.
And as we always say, and like I always like to say, we like you to like, share, and subscribe, man. You know what I mean? And if you
Bird game.
Coke game, all that. So if y'all got any questions in reference to it or any, like you say, any top fives that went with what we said, drop it in the comments, and hey, we might jump in and talk a little shit with you and see how, see what you feel about what we see.
Eagles in the soup.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's smoking or what's in that damn
Eagles
cup. Because y'all see he start talking shit when he start drinking that cup. So I'm come out drug test you, boy. But
Eagles in the Super Bowl.
boy, he got to be drunk. But like I said, Birmingham, man, y'all be cool, be chill, man, and God ain't gonna bring you to what he ain't gonna bring you through. So y'all do what y'all do, man. Just stay safe, man, and quit acting stupid.
Peace.
100.
Hey man, don't you think they get tired? Y'all don't. Well, they don't give a fuck though.